Things couldn't be much worse now. After assaulting his teachers, Craig's out of school altogether. Medication is all that's on offer to him. Earlier this year, he was put on yet another powerful drug, an antipsychotic normally prescribed to adult schizophrenics. Craig was given it to calm his impulsive behaviour. It didn't work.
I've got a scar down there. Well, I've cut it all the way to about cut loads under there. I've done one across there, and I've done the most on this arm. But they're all gone now because I've got hairy arms.
He was self-harming, threatening suicide, depression very bad, saying he was hearing voices in his head. His night terrors were terrible.
Antipsychotics are known to cause insomnia, diabetes and even brain damage in adults. Again, the Department of Health doesn't know how many children are on them, but we've discovered around 8,000 were prescribed them by their GPs in 2005, often for behavioural problems. Not good practice, according to the man who writes mental health guidelines for doctors.
I think a generous understanding would be to say that doctors have reached the point where they don't know what else to offer, and they haven't got the right supports to help parents and children in difficult circumstances. But I think perhaps even that is no real excuse for the use of drugs which are associated with such severe side effects.
Craig's off the antipsychotic now, but his violent night terrors have continued.
They are really, really bad. And he's suffering. He wakes up some mornings and he's still sobbing. It's really bad for him.
You went walkabouts last night again.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
How did I?
Because you were swearing and threatening to kill somebody and stab him in the eye. And you went downstairs again and come back up.
I remember that. I said,
and you was having life.
No, there was this little lad on me bandit rat and goes, I'm going to stab him in the eye.
When you first agreed to give him medication when he was just 4 years old, did you ever imagine that you'd be here now in this situation?
Oh, no, in a million years. I thought, well, by the time he hits high school, maybe 12, 13, we'll have the real Craig. To be in a worse situation than what we were then, it's crippling for us.
Do you think you've done all you could?
Well, yeah, but I think, maybe... I'm not saying we're perfect, and I'm not saying that, we have done everything. There's probably things we have missed, but that's where the experts come in. That's where we are asking their advice. We want their advice. We want them to tell us where we're going wrong, if we have gone wrong, and to help us to put things right and do things differently.
So you're truly open to that as a parent?
I take any criticism from anywhere and any help from anywhere.
Over in upstate New York, Professor Pelham runs intensive ADHD summer camps to help not just the children, but their parents and teachers too. By targeting families with a support package as soon as a diagnosis is made, he believes all but the most troubled children can be helped without the need for drugs.
We're teaching the kids two things: better skills and also better cooperativeness and team sportsmanship for how to better get along with children while they're doing a football or a soccer activity.
While the children are put through their paces outside, inside, their parents are taught how they can help.
So let's say I go into the school and I have this interaction with my child's teacher. What's going to be some of the short-term impact of that?
We actually teach parents good parenting skills. We teach them what to do if their child misbehaves, how to respond appropriately to the child's misbehavior that will help the child learn to behave better in the future. They come to 10 weeks of classes where we teach these skills to them. We go out to schools to teach teachers how to establish interventions in the classroom that can benefit children with ADHD, like daily report cards.
And there's good evidence that all of these approaches actually make a difference.
There's very good evidence that all of these approaches work.
What do you think your son benefits from?
I think he benefits a lot from us having a consistent schedule at home and then working it into the school with his daily report card and the constant feedback and the monitoring, he really has improved and has turned around 180%.
Any child and adolescent mental health service could do this. It's very easy to do. It's not rocket science. It's good common sense.
Families here, though, complain they often don't have access to therapy or parenting programmes. Dr Kendall is heading a team for the National Institute for Clinical Excellence that's considering what treatment should be available. They're writing new guidelines based on all the latest research, including the new MTA findings.
I hope that we will be able to make recommendations that will give people, based on the best evidence we've got, a comprehensive approach to treatment that will advise about the use of parent training programs, the use of behavioural interventions of other kinds, that will advise about what teachers might be able to do within the classroom when they're trying to deal with kids that have difficult problems of this kind. I think the important thing is that we have a comprehensive approach which doesn't focus just on one type of treatment.
But what if psychological treatments just aren't available?
If we were talking about cancer, no one would accept an answer which said, well, there aren't many treatments available, so what do we do? The right answer is we need to make these things available for the children that need it, whether it's cancer or it's hyperactivity or it's childhood depression or whatever.
This time last year, Yaz was just scraping by at school. Ditching the pills 6 months ago was a bold move, but she wanted to see if she could manage her behaviour herself. Apart from a tablet on exam day to help her focus, she's been drug-free ever since. The result? She passed all 8 GCSEs and even got 2 A's.
I'm amazed I've come through it, to be honest. But I'm so happy. So happy. I could have gone so the wrong way and ended up a mess. But I think it's quite an achievement that I've managed to do it.
What next for Craig, though? When I met him 7 years ago, medication was supposed to help his behaviour. But just as the latest scientific research has found, it's made little difference long term.
Where's the court?
In court, Craig pled guilty to assault and was put on a supervision order.
Do you understand what happened?
Come tell us what you think's happened then.
Tell me what you think happened.
What are you being charged with?
If Craig is to avoid ending up in jail, his family hope he'll now finally be offered more than just medication.
One day, Craig's going to get himself into a lot of trouble, and then we won't be able to help him. I just hope that day doesn't come, but I can see it's well on its way. As he's getting older now, he's getting much stronger, and who knows what he's going to do.
I'm happy when I'm not angry. I'm happy when I don't swear. I'm happy when I see my parents, and I'm happy when they're happy.
Craig Buxton ending that report by Shelley Joffrey. And if you are the parent of an ADHD child, please don't take any drastic action without consulting your doctor first. For more information on the condition, there will be a special helpline number on the screen in just a moment.